Now, before superheroes ruled every screen, before capes and powers became the face of heroism, there was a cartoon that showed kids what a real hero looked like. There was no superpowers, no aliens, just pure brave people, teamwork, and a mission to save lives. Yes, I am talking about the show Rescue Heroes. Now guys, before we dive into this amazing show, make sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe if you have not, and join the Discord to stay intact with everything on my channels. With that being said, let's get on into it. Now running from 1999 to 2003, Rescue Heroes was a bold, educational, action-packed series that focused on firefighters, paramedics, and emergency workers instead of comic book characters. It was a show that taught kids courage, leadership, and how to stay calm under pressure. Yet today, no one really talks about it. So let's talk about this amazing show and where everyday people become extraordinary heroes. Now, the story of Rescue Heroes begins not with television, but with toys. In the late 1990s, Fisher-Price, a division of Mattel, wanted to create an action figure that blended the excitement of G.I. Joe with a positive life lesson for kids. They called it Rescue Heroes, a team of elite first responders who traveled the world saving lives from natural disasters, accidents, and emergencies. The toy line was a hit, and like many toys of that era, from Transformers to Beast Wars, it didn't take that long for it to evolve into an animated TV series. In 1999, Rescue Heroes, the animated series, premiered and produced by Nelvana, the Canadian studio known for having hit TV series like Babar, Franklin, and the Magic School Bus. It aired on Kids WB in the US and Teletoon in Canada, instantly setting itself apart from everything else on TV at that time. The show followed an international team of first responders who tackled global emergencies, from volcanic eruptions to floods, earthquakes, avalanches, and even wildfires. Their headquarters was the Mountain Action Command Center, or MAC for short, where missions were assigned by their leader, Billy Blaze, a firefighter who embodied courage and integrity. Each episode featured the team using specialized vehicles and gear to save lives around the world, emphasizing problem-solving teamwork and safety. And unlike most action shows, Rescue Heroes didn't rely on fighting villains. Its real enemy was nature, the unpredictability of it, powers, and relentlessness of the environment. And every episode ended with the famous line, "Think smart, stay safe, and remember, there is a hero in you." That closing message became the heart of the entire series. Now, Rescue Hero was a diverse global group of specialists, each representing a real-world emergency profession. Like I said, Billy Blaze, the brave American firefighter and team leader, was level-headed and always ready to jump into danger to help others. Then there was Wendy Waters, a fearless water rescue specialist, often serving as Billy's right hand. She broke gender stereotypes by being one of the most capable and respected team members. Jake Justice, the cool-headed police officer and driver, known for his calm approach under stress. Then there's Rocky Canyon, the mountain rescue expert, strong and reliable, often used for heavy lifting and climbing missions. There's Aerial Flyer, the team's helicopter pilot, skilled in air rescue and air patrol. There's Jack Hammer, yes, that is his name, the construction expert who could dig through debris and rebuild what was destroyed. Then there's Alpine, the ice rescue expert specializing in snowy terrains. What made them special was not any superpower, it was skill, courage, and unity. They showed kids that you don't need superpowers to be a hero. You just need compassion and courage. Now, Rescue Heroes was a far more than an action series. It was an educational show disguised as entertainment. Each episode was built around a real-life emergency. Kids learned what to do in natural disasters, how to stay calm and work together before acting in the front of danger. The writing always emphasized teamwork, leadership, safety, and responsibility. At a time when most cartoons focus on flashy battles, Rescue Heroes stood out by focusing on values. It didn't shy away from showing danger, but it did so in a way that empowered kids rather than scaring them. It also reflected real-world issues: forest fires, hurricanes, oil spills, and even climate awareness, long before there was a common topic in kids' media. Now, produced by Nelvana, Rescue Heroes had a very distinct visual style, 3D enhanced action scenes, and expressive character animation that mixed realism with accessibility. The show was very grounded in tone, but still packed with excitement and larger-than-life heroics. The soundtrack was intense and cinematic, perfectly matching the urgency of each rescue mission. For kids watching in the early 2000s, it felt serious. It made you feel like you were watching real heroes in action. Now, one thing that many people forget is that Rescue Heroes was endorsed by actual fire departments, police organizations, and even America's Red Cross. Schools and parents loved it because it wasn't just entertainment. It was a teaching tool for kids. Episodes often ended with public service messages showing kids how to react in case of emergencies. The show even produced educational videos for classrooms, helping teachers discuss topics like natural disasters and emergency safety. Now, how did a show that's so wholesome, meaningful, and creative fade into obscurity? Well, there's a couple key reasons. The changing of trends by the early 2000s, kids' entertainment was shifting towards edgier shows like Teen Titans, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and even Ben 10. The slow, realistic tone of Rescue Heroes felt like an old-fashioned show. The toy decline also did not help. The series existed largely to promote the toy line. When toy sales dropped, Fisher-Price stopped funding new episodes. There was also limited reruns. After 2004, it vanished from major networks. It wasn't rebroadcasted like Pokemon or even Power Rangers, and not many streaming services have its presence. For years, Rescue Heroes wasn't available on Netflix or Disney+, leaving it lost to time, until some episodes slowly resurfaced on YouTube years later. And just like that, an educational kids action show was disappeared into the era almost overnight. Now, in 2019, Fisher-Price attempted a Rescue Heroes reboot with a complete new animation, redesigned characters, and modern tech. But it was short-lived and failed to capture the spirit of the original. Fans of the 1999 series still consider the original to be the definitive version, one that balanced action with authenticity and excitement with empathy. Now, looking back, Rescue Heroes might be one of the most underrated kid shows of the early 2000s. It didn't just entertain, it inspired. It taught an entire generation that being a hero wasn't about strength, but courage. It showed that teamwork, kindness, and intelligence were the greatest powers of all. In a world full of fantasy superheroes, Rescue Heroes reminded kids that the people who save lives every day, firefighters, doctors, medics, and rescuers, are the true heroes among us. Now, growing up, I absolutely adored this show. I was always looking forward to see what characters would come in the episodes and save lives. I was always glued to my TV watching and making sure I understood what was going on. I loved the characters, the way they interacted with each other, and how they saved everyone. I even had a bunch of Rescue Hero toys. So that's the story of Rescue Heroes, the forgotten cartoon that showed us real-world bravery at the age of superheroes. Now let me know in the comments down below, did you grow up watching this show, or at least played with the toys? What was your favorite memory of this beloved show? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you want me to deep dive into forgotten cartoons, but make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe so you do not miss anything on my channels. Make sure to check out other blasts from the past episodes where we dive into a lot of quote classic shows. But guys, thank you so much for coming in, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.